Hello lovers, and welcome back to week 2 of our 4-week workout challenge. Today is day 1 of week 2, which means we're back on a little booty circuit. So it's going to be roughly the same exercise as we did last time, but this time you're familiar with it. So I want you to focus and see what's different and see where you're improving. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get started here with our marches, our favorite little warm-up. Just by making it to week 2, you have absolutely succeeded. You've absolutely crushed it. I know a few of you have mentioned that this is your first time staying consistent with a workout program like this, and I want you to realize how much of an accomplishment that is, okay? I don't take that lightly. We are building foundations for the rest of your life, helping you find movement that you are going to look forward to year after year, month after month, and right now we're just doing it day by day. So as we're here, you're already focused on engaging your core, and the reason I do this is to give you guys some confidence in movement, because sometimes it's so hard to get in there and know what to do, where to go, how to do it. We're gonna go ahead and drop down. Let's do a little stretch here, get ourselves warmed up for the day. Bring those arms overhead, grab your left wrist in your right hand, and push up and lengthen as you inhale and exhale. Push your left hip to the side, finding a stretch through that left side body, squeezing your glutes here, making sure not to injure your back. Let's go ahead and do it on the other side as well. Take that right hand in, that left hand, and push your right hip out as you are finding length through your right side body. And again, squeezing through those glutes, engaging that core. Good. Go ahead and cactus those arms back. Amazing. A little bit of openness to start our day or end our day or wherever you're finding this movement. Let's go ahead and take it down to the mat. We're gonna go ahead and find a tabletop position here, rolling those shoulders back and down and engaging as we press to the floor, and find a neutral spine here, okay? We're gonna do just one little cat-cow just to get a feeling for movement right here as you lift that chest up. Good. Now I want you to make sure that we are finding a neutral spine here, so no arching. Don't pop that booty up. I know the vibes. We wanna get up there, but we are neutral spine. Go ahead and lift that right leg and lift that left arm, squeezing through your core, squeezing to that top of the glute as you bring your knee and your elbow into the middle, squeezing with that core and extend here. Now as you extend, it can be all too easy to pop that booty up again, okay? Listen, I might be giving you guys the mega knees and this juicy little glute, but we are not popping the booty right now. Now is not the time. So keep that core engaged as you lengthen and squeeze the top and come back together. Good. Also, as you're extending, try not to lift that leg too high. It's not about the height here. It's about where you find that lift. So about right where you find that squeeze, go ahead and stop there. Lifting it higher is not gonna make that muscle grow any faster, grow any stronger. So just make sure that we are keeping our spine safe here. Let's go ahead and do one more here. Strong, controlled motion. And go ahead and squeeze the top. Now I want you to pulse for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. We're gonna stick to this right side. You're really burning out this glute max right now. Go ahead and hold that spine long again, rolling those shoulders down and back as you extend that right leg behind you. Good, and we're gonna go ahead and find a lift here. Again, same thing, squeezing through the top of that glute here on that glute max and just really finding that tension, that squeeze the top without injuring that lower back. We are keeping that core engaged. We're keeping those shoulders pressing through as our hands reach into the mat. Keep that spine long, slow and controlled movements here. Good. If you did our booty and abs day with us just the other day, your booty might still be feeling it, but you've got this, okay? You can squeeze through, so let's go ahead and take 2 more here. That was 2 and 1. We're gonna go ahead and pulse here for 8, for 7, for 6. Good, squeezing with that glute for 5. If you find you're feeling in your back, go ahead and drop down for something, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. You're gonna go ahead and hold it here for 8, and if you need to drop, go for it. I'm just proud of you for being here. Take whatever movement feels best for you. Find that challenge if you need it. Find that rest if you need it. Go ahead and take that down. Good job, you guys. That was a tough one. Go ahead and take child's pose. I know that my booty is already screaming at me, so I want you to mentally prepare and tell yourself that you're gorgeous and wonderful and you've got this, okay? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and seal in this glute max with one last movement. Let's go ahead and flex that foot, engage that core, and bring that heel to the sky here. So bring it down just to about knee level and bring it back up to the sky. Same concept here, you don't need to lift it crazy high. Keep that core engaged and really just focus on squeezing through your glute. That should be the muscle that is bringing you up and finding that movement, keeping that spine long, keeping those shoulders engaged into the ground. As we go through this, you'll find it's a bit of a shoulder and a core workout too, because your core is stabilizing us through all of these movements. See how slow and controlled you can get this? Good, moving through water, feeling that tension. We're gonna go ahead and pulse here for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, feel it, for 3, you're doing so good, for 2, and 1. As we up the intensity, we're gonna add a hold here. If you need to drop down, that's totally fine, but I want you to add the hold here and tell yourself how freaking strong you are. You showed up for week 2, you said, Bethany, I'm so ready, lay it on me, and we're gonna go ahead and bring it down. Bring it back into a child's pose. You crushed that one. Now here's where it gets a little bit fun. Go ahead and re-engage those shoulders, re-engage that spine, bring that right leg out to a diagonal here. We're gonna do some rainbows before we just did a lift here, but I want us to find movement all the way through and really round out that glute. So let's go ahead and lift and find a motion here. It's like a rainbow. You're gonna tap down to the corner of your back mat, so the diagonal, and you're gonna go ahead and lift back up to the right diagonal and to the left. I'm really feeling it in my supporting glute here. So give yourself props. We're already working that left glute and you haven't even moved it. So that's how freaking cool you are. And I'm again just talking through these movements because they humble me just as much as they humble you. So I love when we get to talk in the group chat or in the comments about how we're feeling through these, because I'm right there with you, dude. All right, let's go ahead and take this to the side. We're gonna go ahead and pulse up for 5, for 4, for 3, oh dear, for 2, we're doing this, for 1, and we're gonna pulse at the top. That's right, we're pulsing at the top, you got this. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and drop it in. You guys, these are straight up intense classes, so I am proud of you for following along. And it's so fun to see how much you can do. And do you know how much you can do? The fact is you can do one more little circle. That's right, we're gonna go ahead and pop up for a little circle. I had to mentally prepare myself for that one. We are circling forward and go ahead and circle back. And the fact that you are sticking with me through this, even mentally, I'm freaking proud. Go ahead and bring it to child's pose. Connect back to that breath here if you've lost that breath, which I clearly have. So let's go ahead and take an inhale and an exhale here. Celebrating what our bodies just did, because that was incredible. And these are genuinely pretty high level classes. These are classes you're gonna find in the studio. So don't fool yourself, okay? It's no walk in the park. But you're gonna place your toes together. We're gonna have these hips in line here, pushing through that shoulder, finding length and strength here. Engage that core. We're gonna focus again on that glute medius as we do this clamshell. And we're gonna go ahead and just lift up, keeping those toes connected as we lift and find length and tension in that glute medius. See if you can find tension as you lower as well. So both as you raise, of course, but then as you lower, let's see if we can try to get that glute to do the work instead of letting gravity do it here. So we're here and we are making these movements intentional. We are here on purpose. You started this video on purpose and you're absolutely killing it. So let's go ahead and lift it here. Tiny pulses at the top for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, good job, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Then go ahead and extend that beautiful, lovely long leg, and we are going to push into our arm again. Make sure we're finding length here, finding length through the spine, making sure we're staying aligned. And you're gonna pull up through the side of that leg with that glute, and you're gonna pull up here. And again, try to find tension as you come down. Challenge yourself to see how long you can stay in this challenge zone. Good. And as you're coming down, see how slow you can make that while keeping that core engaged. You're focusing on so many things right now and you're killing it, but that glute is on fire. I just know it. I can feel it through the screen. And by that I mean I feel it in my own. So we're gonna go ahead and take it up to a pulse here. We're actually gonna do tiny circles forward, really isolating this movement, really finding it so juicy. This is what we call juicy. Okay, that's a nice way to put it. And we're reversing those circles backwards. Good. Now I want you to just dig into the deepest parts of your brain, and we're gonna hold it here. But if kind for you right now means that you are challenging yourself, take that challenge. But if kind for you right now means that you need to take a moment, go ahead and bring that in. Either way, we're done. We're bringing that in. Good job, you guys. You crushed that side. I want you to go ahead and take it around to a bridge here. Now, one of the biggest differences between this workout and last week's workout is you're burning out one side at a time, and we are really focusing on those. Go ahead and find a good position here with your heels close to your fingertips. Engage that core as you roll your hips off the ground, one vertebrae at a time, and you are engaging those heels and you're bringing them towards your glutes, towards your shoulders at the same time to really actually engage the muscles we're trying to work on here. Now I'm staying you at the top so we can feel the muscles engaging, feel that core. Try not to feel it in your lower back. You might need to find a tuck in your tailbone if you're feeling it in your lower back. And go ahead and roll down one vertebrae at a time here. Good, now we have this motion. We're gonna go ahead and do it a little bit quicker, keeping those hands on the ground here. And you're just gonna briefly tap at the bottom. We're keeping those glutes engaged right now, and then we're gonna release at the bottom. And go to the top and try to find a straight line here. And go ahead and release at the bottom. I try to press my spine into the ground here because I have been someone that has dealt with lower back injuries. But if you are someone who has not had that fortune in your life, go ahead and keep a healthy arch here. Whatever feels best for you. Let's go ahead and quicken this movement here, and we're just gonna keep tension throughout. So you're barely gonna tap down and squeeze the top. There we go. Feeling that burn. Go ahead and squeeze the top, and we're gonna take this pelvis in. For 5, for 4, for 3, squeezing through those glutes, for 2, and 1. I'm so freaking proud of you, and I'm so excited for these glutes that we are building, and we're lifting that left leg to focus on that right leg, and we're gonna go ahead and pulse it to the ceiling. For 8, for 7, good, for 6, feel that, for 5, be so proud that you're here, for 4, for 3, almost lost count, did you do 17 or 18 or whatever I feel like, and we'll go ahead and pull it in. Draw those knees up to your chest. Tell yourself how freaking proud you are that you turned on this video today and let me kick your cute little butt. We're gonna go ahead and roll it up, and you're gonna come around onto your hands and knees again. We recognize this for our bird dog. Go ahead and roll those shoulders back and down. Engage that core. You don't need me to tell you, you already know. Raise that right hand, raise that left leg, squeeze at the top, and we are back, baby. So go ahead and squeeze in here with that core and lengthen. And exhale as you squeeze in and lengthen, getting the most out of these juicy movements. Feel like you're moving through water. Good, and go ahead and pull in, and at the top we are lengthening, squeezing with the base of that glute. Good, keeping that core engaged, and we're here for 3 more. This is 3, good job you guys, you are more than halfway done. This is 2, and we've got 1 more here. We've got little pulses. Go ahead and be here for, I don't know what we did on the other side, so I think we're here for 8. And one of these days, we'll figure it out, but that day is not that day, because guess what, we're done, we're holding. And we're gonna hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and bring it in. That side felt easier, didn't it? For me it did, maybe for you it didn't, and then just tell me to shut up. So we're gonna go ahead and bring it back, extend that leg here. Again, engaging that core. If you're finding that this is hard on your lower back at all, please be my guest to take anything modified. Try pushing through those shoulders more. Try engaging that core a little bit more. Try going a little bit lower in that movement. Or focusing more, you can put your hand on your glute max here on the base of that glute to try to really solidify that mind and muscle connection. So let's go ahead and pulse here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. We're gonna go ahead and hold it here. Good, pressing through. feeling that length in your spine, feeling length through that leg. If it helps you, try to push out towards the door rather than up towards the sky, and pull that back in. Good job, you guys. Go ahead and take a child's pose. All right, we got one more movement here with this glute max before we move on. So go ahead and flex that foot to the sky. We got our donkey kicks. Get out some aggression here. Tuck everything, engage everything. You are here with strength. We're gonna go ahead and go at full range of motion here. Good. Engaging that core, using it to bring it in as your glute squeezes at the top. Try to find tension through every moment of this movement. Good job, you guys. Now I'm gonna take us back to day 1 of week 1. You guys listed 3 things that you were excited for in 2024. 3 things that you were manifesting, 3 things that you are going to make happen, you're gonna attract this year, and I want you focusing on those through this. And if one of those is finding a good workout that you like to stick with, or finding comfortability in your body, then I want you to be so proud, because you are literally doing that right now. If one of those, oh, we're also repulsing here through my little manifestation speeches. I think it's so powerful to be able to have these things to think about. We're keeping a promise to ourselves. We're doing hard things, remembering why we're here. Go ahead and hold here for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, engaging, not letting yourself sink down, and bring it in. Good job, you guys. Go ahead and pull back to that child's pose. All right, we're gonna go ahead and extend that left leg to the diagonal here, and this we're getting a little bit better of a view of where I'm landing on this opposite side. So we're on the diagonal on both sides, so we're gonna open up this rainbow here. Good, and go ahead and lift up through every part of that glute, just really rounding out that movement, keeping that core engaged, trying to find a big, juicy little rainbow here, but also not overextending that back, not finding too much of an arch, just finding length and strength through that leg, through that glute here. Good, let's go ahead and take one more of those. Well, that was 2, and we're going last one here. Good, engaging through everything. This one is so easy. Let go of your core. So that one's a little mind game. And we are lifting through that glute here for a pulse. And if you can't see my leg here, that's really okay. We are just doing that same pulse to the ground and lifting up like we did last time. And go ahead and hold it and pull in. Good job. That was so good and so hard, but in the best way, okay? We're so here for it, and my glutes are clicking. So we're gonna go ahead and take it onto the other side for these clamshells. Go ahead and place this forearm on the ground, pushing through that shoulder, engaging that core again, keeping those toes together. Let's go ahead and lift here, finding strength through that glute max, to the side of that glute. Good job, you guys. Keeping that core engaged, keeping that shoulder strong, distracting yourself. If you got to chit chat to your cat beside you, it's no doubt going insane, because what are you doing? You look like a crazy person. Or if you need to talk back to me, or push through your shoulder, distract yourself here. But we're not here for very much longer, because we're actually gonna pulse, because we're getting so good, and those glutes are getting so strong. Let's go ahead and pulse here for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, good job, for 2, and extend that gorgeous leg, and we are here, finding length through this side leg, finding length and strength through that glute, remembering how gorgeous your body is, no matter where you are, no matter where you've been in life, no matter what you think about your body, the fact that it has so many muscles that are working for you, the fact that it has so many organs working for you, the fact that you woke up this morning, that is a beautiful miracle of life. And you are here completing this video, and that is a beautiful miracle. And we are getting cheesier the more that this thing burns. So we are circling forward here with those pulses. Go ahead and reverse those circles. Find whatever place you need to, whatever happy place, and go ahead and bring this in here. Good job, you guys. Give yourself some love, because we are taking it back around to some glute bridges. Go ahead and place these feet here. You know the form. Take these hands near those heels, pulling in with those heels. Let's go ahead and take a few reps with both those legs. We're just gonna hop straight into it. Tap down at the bottom here, fully releasing and squeezing at the top. Fully releasing, squeezing the top, keeping that core engaged. And I mean, draw that spine and your belly together, so we're engaging every part of that core to keep you safe, to keep you strong. Now I just want you to tap down very lightly here. For 5, good. For 4, finding a straight line at the top, good. For 3, for 2, and you are so freaking strong. And 1, go ahead and lower down as you're lifting that beautiful, graceful leg in the air. And we're gonna do something that I don't think humans were ever meant to do. We're gonna go ahead and lift up to the sky here for 8. And now we're on 6, we skipped 7. Look at me counting, and I think we're now on 4. You guys are getting better at this. And probably 1, and hold at the top for just a second. And bring it back down, roll it down, graceful and gorgeous. And bring those knees up to your chest. Good job, you guys, you are nearly done with day 1 of week 2. You are building this freaking habit, and you're doing so good. All right, we're gonna end it with a little spicy bird dog here. We know this position. We are rolling those shoulders down and back. We are engaging that core. We are finding a neutral spine. Lift that right leg, lift that left arm, and bring it in for one last time, really burning out those glutes. Finding that squeeze at the top. You're gonna know exactly where that glute muscle is at this point, because it is gonna be screaming for help. But you said, listen girl, we're giving you love, and we are giving you attention, and we are finding movement, and those endorphins are flowing. We are at the point in our workout where you are warm, you have nearly completed it, and those endorphins are like, heck yeah girl, we're proud of you for showing up. Let's go ahead and extend here, and pulse one last time for 8, for 7, for 6, good, for 5, keeping that core engaged, for 3, for 2, and 1, lower that back down slowly, switch back to that left leg, that right arm, and we are very slowly bringing that into the front and extending at the back. You are nearly done. You are doing so good, and I'm so proud, and I'm so excited for this next week with you guys, because we're all getting used to the workouts. We're all gonna get a little spicy with it. And as you are learning these movements, I hope you're always feeling safe to return here. You're finding something that your body is capable of, that you are comfortable with, and that is beautiful right there. Let's go ahead and pulse here for 8, for 7, good, for 6, for 5, for 4, really focusing, for 3, for 2, push through one more time, and 1, good job. Go ahead and bring it back down, you cutie little lovers. I'm so proud. Our glutes just did so much hard work. We just did so many good things. Go ahead and breathe out right here. Feeling that stretch in your glutes as you are pushing into child's pose. Good, let's go ahead and bring it up here. I want you to flip around to a seated position. Let's go ahead and bring that right foot over that left knee and bring it into a figure 4 as you press through and find that stretch in your glute. Good job. Go ahead and reflect on the fact that you just freaking did it, and that one more day you kept to promise to yourself. Let's go ahead and flip to that left leg. Oh, that feels incredible after all of that hard work. Good, and breathe here. Let's go ahead and find a hamstring stretch here. Bring this leg out, and I want you to extend it, flex that foot up, and we're gonna lean over to the side, keeping this hip glued to the ground. This is something we did in our stretching day as well. So if you need more support, go ahead and put that hand here to help support you. Otherwise, try to find length here and don't collapse into yourself, but just find length and go ahead and sweep it forward and find a stretch in that hamstring. Again, feel free to take any variation. Today I didn't give you guys as many variations. We kind of just hopped straight into the really intense version of it. So I'm really proud of you for listening to your body and taking what you needed to take, because this is your workout. This is your day. Go ahead and flex that foot on the other side, extend it. Sweep this arm above, and again, open up that side body, finding that stretch through here. And if you need to find support through this bottom hand, go for it. Otherwise, just feel your heart rate slow. Go ahead and come up and sweep around to find a stretch through that hamstring. Again, keeping that back protected with that engaged core. That engaged core never goes anywhere. She's our best friend. She's our center. Find that stretch here. Good job, you guys. Go ahead and bring those toes together. We're gonna find one more stretch with the shoulders back and down. Keep that spine long as we find a bit of a stretch through here. Remember, we got our peanut butter, our jelly. We're flying to Disneyland. That's where we're going. Good. I always knew I was meant to teach YouTube workouts. Come on. Gymnastics teacher days. Don't go too far. All right, let's go ahead and bring it into a seated position here. I've thoroughly enjoyed this time with you guys. And it is time for our very favorite box breathing. This is by far my favorite part of my day. So roll your shoulders down and back. Find a comfortable position wherever you are. Let's go ahead and breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And inhale. This is an incredible way to regulate your nervous system, to tell your body that you are safe. Go ahead and keep taking that box breathe by yourself. To clear your mind. And this is an incredible tool for any point in your day when you're starting to get just that muddled feeling, that overwhelm, that anxiety starts to creep up, the traffic is driving you insane. Take a few rounds of these breaths and just feel your mind clear. Reflecting on how powerful you are, reflecting on how much is in store for you this year. Let's go ahead and open up those eyes. Good job, you guys. I'm so proud of you for completing day 1 of week 2. We are cruising through this challenge. You are cruising through January, and I love you so much. Thanks for following along, and I will see you tomorrow.